We're ready for the first pitch. Cam Harvey looking into Owen Naparowski, who finds himself behind the dish every now and then. Jonathan Ponder going to get things rolling here for Gwinnett. Sends the first pitch deep down the left field line, but it reaches foul territory.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty aggressive offense. I mean, every one of their offensive metrics kind of just jumps off the chart. I don't think they have a guy south of 300.
Wow. Yeah, I believe Ponder here is batting .416 on this year. He hits one hard over there to Cahoon. He bobbles it, fires over to Cooper, and it gets by Cooper, and he's going to take off to second. And Naparowski was backing up first base, but Ponder will reach second base nonetheless with a error and an extension to second, so a runner in scoring position early on in this game.
Yeah, that's a rough way to start right there. I mean, that's a well-hit ball, kind of ate up Cade a little bit, kind of in between hop, and you really hate to give him, a free runner on second to start the game like that.
Yeah, it's been Danny Marquez out there at shortstop pretty much all season long. He's had a little bit of some offensive woes here recently, so they put Cade Cahoon out there and see what he can do here today in this midweek game. I think we were having a little bit of technical difficulties in the opening. It's a matchup here between Bryan College and Georgia Gwinnett. Bryan College is the number 19th team in the country. Georgia Gwinnett is the 5th ranked team in the country. Ingredients for a good contest here on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. At the dish now for Georgia Gwinnett is Braxton McGuire. He's playing second base and hitting in the 2-hole as well. Big leg kick from Harvey. McGuire chops it foul.
Yeah, another batting average of 358. Whew.
Yeah, they don't dip down too far in this lineup.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. That is very impressive across the board. I guess you don't really expect anything else. They're one of the blue bloods of NAIA baseball,
yeah,
I guess.
Certainly, and it's good to play those midweek those midweek non-conference games against teams like Georgia Gwinnett and Cumberland, and of course we play Tennessee Wesleyan as Ponder takes off, and the throw will be not in time. So stolen base for Jonathan Ponder puts him at third with a 3-balls, 1-strike count here to McGuire.
Yeah, really no chance for Owen on that one. Kind of all on Cam on that one. Kind of a long leg kick to home there.
So Harvey, being the lefty, will have his back to Ponder over there at third. McGuire lifts this one straight up in the afternoon sky. Cahoon is back on it and catches it for out number 1. So a big first out of the inning there to get McGuire, especially when he was in such a hitter's count there, JB.
Yeah, no, you got to like that. I mean, kind of just challenge him with that pitch, and you got to love Cam's heavy fastball in that kind of count.
We're here at center field. Grayson Whaley alongside my good friend JB, Jonathan Broyles. Jonathan Ponder over there at third base. Fastball tails outside. You ever gone by Jonathan? Is your full name Jonathan?
No, it's just John.
Just John.
I get a lot.
My apologies.
I get a lot of jokes about the Jonathan, but no, yeah, I stick to John, Johnny, JB, about 20 other different nicknames for it. John B has caught on a lot lately, but I'm not
with a new season of Outer Banks coming out.
Yeah, now I'm. What is it? Bring It On Home, John B. I haven't watched it, but I've got that about everywhere I went.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What kind of friend I am, thinking your full name's Jonathan. I really think I just had Jonathan so ingrained in my brain by saying Ponder's name over there so many times. Big swing there from Chapowski. Fouled off back behind Naparowski. Two balls and a strike here to Chipkowski. Like a breaking pitch, misses inside there. So it's 3 balls and a strike, and from the very first pitch, the Gwinnett dugout has been alive.
Yeah, no, they are working some counts right now, too. I mean, guess you don't really expect nothing less.
Chipkowski sends this one into fairly deep right center field. I don't know if it's deep enough to tag. They're going to test the arm of Daniel Dryden out there in center. And probably very wisely as Ponder scoots home safely, and a sac fly there from A.J. Chipkowski will put Gwinnett on the board first.
I mean, he got under that one right there, but that was definitely a squared up ball. Kind of see why he's hitting 460. Laid off a couple good sliders on the inside half of the plate there.
Certainly. The cleanup hitter with nobody on, Devin Warner at the plate. Healthy hack there, fouls it off. No balls and a strike to Warner. Big lefty Cam Harvey comes set. Here's the 0-1 offering. Beautiful pitch there. Warner swings right over the top of it. Just a two-man umpiring crew here today at center field. Base is empty. 1 run scored already in the top of the first. Warner watches the 0-2 breaking ball miss outside. Two down here. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss there from Warner. So Harvey gets out of it, only giving up 1 unearned with the error from Cade Cahoon out there at shortstop. Nonetheless, Georgia Gwinnett takes the early lead 1-0. We'll be back. We're here at center field for the bottom of the first. Parker Cosby leading it off here for the Lions. He's been a bright spot of this offense all year, JB.
Yeah, no, we were talking pregame. It's kind of like last time we were doing this broadcast, we were here with Johnson, and all of our batting averages, like, we had Dryden above 300 and a few other guys 300. And it's kind of changed face a little bit in the past 4 or 5 games, but Parker and Bobo are still kind of leading the charge up there.
Yeah, they are. Cosby hitting 375 on the year, reaching base over 50% of the time. And there you go. He'll reach base right there with a hit by pitch there from Ben Harris. Unfortunate way to get things rolling for him.
Yeah, he wore that well too, yeah. I know that one stung a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say the fastball up there from Harris probably flirting around the 90 mark.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. They don't give us the scouting report, sadly. We get the statistics.
Yeah, we don't have that intern in our ear telling us all the cool things like you mentioned a couple of games ago.
Ooh, that's a pretty good move right there.
Really good move from Harris there. Nearly got Cosby napping over there at first. That's the last thing you want when you reach with the leadoff hitter.
As a batter, I hate getting hit by a pitch like that and, man, immediately having to dive back twice. You're just trying to act tough after that hit by pitch, and next thing you know, you're having to dive back, and especially with a good move.
Harris comes set. Here's the pitch. That misses outside to Ogg. Tell you, JB, out of nowhere, Devin Ogg has been a stealthy bat in this lineup. He's I was mentioning this to you pregame, 327 on the year. He's third in home runs on the season with 6, but he's got significantly less at bats than anybody else in the lineup that finds himself regularly in the lineup at least. 6 home runs and just 52 at bats.
Yeah, he kind of entered the year more of like a platoon kind of role with
Yeah.
Kiko, kind of facing the lefty-righty matchups, but really just kind of made a name for himself. And obviously he's in the 2-hole here, and I think he's kind of found a spot there in these last 3 or 4 games. He's found a way to stay, keeping that batting average up there.
Yeah, he's making a case for himself at the very least. Interestingly enough, it looks like the outfield's a bit shaded to the left. Cahoon, big swing here, fouls it off.
Got a nice uniform matchup today.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Gwinnett with that deep green. And I don't know, what color description would you give
I
those
don't know.
pants?
It's not quite the cream color, but
Yeah.
it's like a, I don't know.
It's like a gold cream or something with the pinstripes.
I like it.
And then the
That's a good
just
pitch.
straight pinstripe on pinstripe for the Lions. Yeah, it looked like Ben Harris just broke off a nasty changeup there to Devin Ogg.
I hope that was on the scouting report.
Yeah, if not, they better start writing soon. Counts all even, 2-2 here to Devin Ogg. And another pickoff moved over there at first. That's a balk in the major leagues now, right?
I believe so. Yeah, didn't get him on that third pickoff.
It's a crazy rule, isn't it?
That is a crazy rule.
With a 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. So the first out will be a strikeout, and that'll bring up Owen Naparowski.
Yeah, I feel like that changeup's going to give fits to us all day, especially to our lefties. That looks pretty gross from up here.
Yeah, I would like to get a read on the velo change there between that fastball and changeup, because when you have a fastball flirting around the 90s, JB, and then you break off that changeup, 7 to 10 miles an hour slower, it's a hard day for hitters.
El Cambio, I guess that's what they call it. Yeah, no, it gives me fits.
That's why you've always been so successful against me, JB, so I don't have a changeup. Fastball misses a little tight in there to Naparowski.
All about bloops over short.
Double play situation here. The 1-0 pitch to Naparowski misses high. So the count moves quickly to 2 balls and no strikes. It's turned into a beautiful afternoon here in Dayton, Tennessee. Sitting at about a 61 degrees here, with just a slight wind coming in from right field and a very liberal strike zone, it appears. Looked like that one got in there on Naparowski, called strike anyway.
Looked like it surprised the catcher a little bit. That was called a strike as well. Already throwing it back. Either that or he's very confident, one or the other.
The 2-1 pitch, Naparowski. Healthy hack, fouls it off.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Parker moving on this pitch.
Yeah,
Or at least a pickoff again.
Yeah, certainly a breaking ball count. Caden Smith throws the signs down behind the plate. Harris comes set. The 2-2 pitch, and he just blows a fastball right by him. So back-to-back strikeouts for Ben Harris, and that'll bring up perhaps the most dangerous hitter in this lineup, Bryson Bobo Lofton.
I think you earned that title when you get a 5 for 6 day. Was that last Friday?
He's unreal.
Yeah.
He is unreal.
I think we've about said it all for him. Still probably not enough, but we've said it all.
It's interesting because we just got off of spring break, and there were no home games over spring break. And you know, a lot of these guys, their batting averages, their numbers really dipped over the last week and a half since the last time we were up here, JB. But Bryson Lofton, he has stayed the course.
Continues to amaze.
0-1 pitch, shot to left field. It's back. The left fielder is running out of room, and that baby is gone.
On cue.
The 2-run shot from Bryson Lofton puts the Lions up 2-1 over the 5th-ranked Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies.
There he is again. I mean, you can't be surprised at this point. I mean, that was even a good changeup from Harris right there, and he just did exactly what you need to do with it. I mean, it was just a beautiful piece of hitting.
I just love the way that kid hits. He's just I like to call it the 3-zone hitter, the old-fashioned way that Tony Gwynn taught how to hit. You know, you pick the ball out in the 3 zones and you hit it where it's pitched, and he can take it and spray it around each part of the field.
Yeah, no, he really just doesn't try to force too much. Like sometimes you see guys get like really pull happy or even to try to like inside out the ball, kind of like a Derek Jeter type swing. Yeah. But no, he's just a pure hitter.
Bass Cooper fights this one off foul. The first pitch was laced down the line. But unfortunately, if you're a Lions fan, it was foul. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Harris in the windup, the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses low and inside.
I believe that's the first breaking ball we've seen. I think it's been a lot of change-ups, but
yeah. Good catch there. I think you're right there. The 1-2 pitch, shot right back up the gut. A 2-out single for Bass Cooper keeps the Lions rolling. So Cooper will pass the bat to what was the most dangerous hitter in this lineup at the beginning parts of the season. He struggled here a bit recently, and that's Daniel Dryden. No better time than the present to get things rolling again, though, JB.
Yeah, you'd love to see him kind of just stay within himself here, right? Not try to do too much. I mean, Dryden's at his best when he's just kind of staying as a true hitter, just spraying to all fields.
Breaking ball there, misses in the turf there. Field umpire says he did not go on the check swing. Hitters count here, 1 ball, no strikes. This one's shot down the right field line. It's fair. Cooper getting the wheels rolling. Dryden's going to be held up at second, and Cooper will reach third. So a 2-out double for the Lions puts 2 runners in scoring position for none other than Kiko Garcia.
I love that piece of hitting right there from Dryden. I mean, that was a pitcher's pitch. If he threw that again, I don't think Harris would be upset. I mean, he really hit a spot and just Dryden found a way to put a barrel on it. It was just a beautiful piece of hitting.
I tell you, really, 2 of the 3 hits, you know, Cooper just laced the fastball right up the middle. But I would say Lofton's home run and Dryden's hit right there, I think were 2 good pitches that just the hitter got the best of him.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Harris is looking good. I mean, you know, I'd like to see him get his breaking ball in the zone a bit more, but changeup looks good, and fastball is definitely heavy.
Yeah, there's the breaking ball once again, but it misses low. You know, it's one of those things. If you're a pitcher, JB, and if you can't get the breaking ball in the zone, then anytime you see spinning, just you can lay off.
Yeah, it makes you super one-dimensional. I mean, it's what made that AB against Og so tough for him. And even like Owen after that, he sees him go to that changeup twice on Og, and that's just in the back of your mind. He goes 0-2 fastball high, and that's hard to compete with. But you know, I think Bobo kind of made him a little bit more one-dimensional after taking that changeup backside.
2 runners in scoring position. Kiko Garcia, who has been in and out of this lineup, kind of filled in as a pinch hitter some throughout the season, has a big opportunity to make a statement in the bottom of the first for the Lions.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get going too. I mean, he's got some serious pop.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's Harris. This one's shot to the third baseman. Warner stays down on it, throws it wide, but a good play over there by Norton as he sticks to the bag for out number 3. 2 runs scored for the Lions in the bottom of the first. They lead 2-1. We'll be back. We're back here for the top of the second. It's going to be 5-6-7 Dingus Quelch Norton for the Grizzlies. Tanner Everett into the game for the Lions, as we mentioned before. The Lions are going to be staffing their pitchers here today. So probably an inning or two apiece.
Yeah, you got to like what you saw from Cam, though. I mean, even his slider, he was competitive in the zone with it. That last debut where he got the strikeout, he looked really good with it.
Yeah, he really did. Strike called inside corner there. Everett up, no balls and a strike. I tell you, Everett made history the other day. He came in and got the save against Tennessee Wesleyan. And, JB, you've been here just as long as I have. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that our first win since we've been here against Wesleyan?
I believe it is, and let me just tell you, they come here in a couple weeks, and I guarantee you they won't forget that. That was my first thought. I mean, I can't say I have a personal relationship with many guys at Wesleyan, but I'm sure they wake up in the morning, their coach isn't letting them forget that.
Yeah, that was a historic win there for the Lions. They've been a long-time rival, just about 30 minutes away from Dayton, located in Athens, Tennessee. And for the Lions to come up victorious against the number 2 team in the nation, that was a huge win.
Oh yeah, no, I was watching it at home, and I mean, just living and dying with each pitch almost.
This one's laced down the line, called foul. Yeah, I was actually in Louisiana during spring break on a missions trip. But you best believe during lunchtime we had that thing rolling. We couldn't miss out on that. The 2-2 pitch misses low, and what an at-bat here from Brett Dingus, a designated hitter.
Yeah, we got some really good midweeks. Last week, obviously, the next couple weeks, I think we got. Yeah, it's a good piece of hitting just to spoil that. But I think we got Gwinnett again. We're at Gwinnett, and then Wesleyan comes here, so it's not easying up anytime soon. We'll definitely see all these guys again.
I want to say, just off the top of my head, that the game against Wesleyan will be the last home game here this year.
Whew.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
That is an interesting senior night.
Count still full here against Dingus.
Feels like every game last year was at home. I swear. We're getting gypped on some this year.
3-2 pitch. That one misses low and outside. Beautiful leadoff at bat there from Dingus. He reaches first on the walk. Brings up the right fielder, Joe Quelch.
I'm going to take a guess and say he hits 300.
I don't know what makes you think that.
.370. No.
Measly numbers there. He's only started 7 games on the year, this being his 8th. Of course, those midweeks are good opportunities for guys like this to find their way into the lineup and kind of make a statement here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to think Gwinnett's still finding guys, getting them some ABs after a 14-run game, or they score 14. I know they ended up losing. I think we mentioned it was kind of a football game. They just needed a 3 and out and a score, and they're ready to go. But
a good pickoff move there from Everett. Doesn't get Dingus, slides back safely. Yeah, I believe they lost to Tennessee Wesleyan 21-14. So a high-scoring game there. Beautiful breaking ball there from Everett.
Yeah, I bet the pitching coaches were none too pleased after that game.
Yeah, I would say so. Infield set up in double play position, double play depth. Dingus was going to take off. He just didn't get a good jump. Two balls, 2 strikes here. Everett in desperate need of a put-away pitch here. Everett came in from Bledsoe County, and I now have some friends that went to school with him. Runner takes off here. This one's shot straight up the elevator shaft. Cooper calling everybody off and catches it for the first out. But Everett, Tanner Everett, that is, I was speaking of, he went to Bledsoe County, just about 30 to 45 minutes away from Bryan. And at least the source I had said that he was more of a shortstop than he was a pitcher in high school.
I was about to say, I think I remember him in the fall. Like, first couple weeks, I thought I saw him as like more of a two-way.
Yeah.
Just kind of like playing both ways. I guess you kind of figure that out. And obviously, he's pitched some huge innings out of the bullpen this year.
Yeah, he's found his calling a bit. This one's taken deep to left field, and Prince Jr.'s out of room. So a 2-run shot for an answer in the top of the second for the Grizzlies. Off the bat of Kyle Norton. Gives Gwinnett the lead once again here in the top of the second.
That was almost a carbon copy of Bobo's home run just a minute ago. The same kind of spot on the net and everything.
A very hitters-friendly ballpark.
Very different from Gwinnett's.
I've never seen Gwinnett's, but I've heard things.
I think you have to go to a different state to hit it out to center field.
So Everett will start all over here. Big swing there from Caden Smith, who's catching in today's ball game. Smith, one of the few hitters in this lineup, actually the only hitter in this lineup, batting under 300, hitting 241 in the season.
Yeah, it's just from kind of what I was looking at earlier, kind of seems like they do a pretty good job of platooning their catchers, kind of just, not getting too much on their knees.
And looks like a tip foul into the catcher's glove for strike 3.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier. I think it's like 50 ABs pretty much each for both their catchers, so kind of just, divvying up playing time a little bit.
It's always nice to have, kind of like the combo we have in Owen Naparowski and Parker Cosby. I'm sure Cosby enjoys not having to squat all day today.
Yeah, I'm sure Owen also likes getting that DH every now and then, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, you brought to my knowledge that Dante Morton out with a hamstring injury. That's never a good thing, especially for someone as speedy as him.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's just one of those things that's going to bother him for a while. Those kind of muscular injuries like that, they just never seem to go away, and then just kind of the only thing you can really do is just kind of rest it a little bit and hope for the best.
The 0-2 pitch swung on, hit to Dryden out there in center field. He comes in on it and catches it for the third out of the top of the second. So the 2-run bomb puts Gwinnett up 3-2 heading into the bottom half of the second. We'll be back. Back here in beautiful Dayton, Tennessee. The Lions find themselves down 3-2. Here in the bottom of the second, it's going to be 8-9-1. Bradley Prince Jr., Cade Cahoon, and Parker Cosby for your Lions. Prince sends this one to the second baseman. What a beautiful play over there by McGuire for out number 1.
Yeah, he made that look really easy. That was a tricky hop right there. Again, I think I mentioned last time I was on this that there is such a thing as a bad hop. He almost had a bad hop on that one. He just made it look really easy.
Yeah, he stuck with it. Cade Cahoon at the dish. Inside breaking ball called a strike. Of course, if you're Ben Harris, you thought you might have run out of the run support, or not the run support, you lose the lead there in the bottom of the inning, and in order response from the Grizzlies offense to go back and get it in the top of the second.
Yeah, no, that was a really quick punch back. I mean, again, we kind of mentioned it was kind of a similar shot to Bobo, but again, it just really shifted that momentum because you go into that inning as a Bryan, you're just feeling good. I mean, 2 great hits, leave a couple base runners on, but I don't think that clipped him.
Yeah, I think it got Cahoon there on the lower part of the body. I think it went back and got Smith as well. So with 1 down, Ben Harris kind of sells the bag a little bit there by hitting Cahoon ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you hate that on 0-2. I see what he was trying to do there. I mean, 2 straight pretty good curveballs to start the AB or sliders. I, again, can't see it from up here, but then throw a fastball inside. But Cade, he definitely crowds that plate a little bit, so just kind of leaned in and clipped him a little bit.
Good runner over there at first in Cade Cahoon. Parker Cosby at the dish, watches the inside fastball. Harris a ground ball away from getting out of the bottom of the second. Fastball misses low and inside to Cosby. Count all even, 1-1 with 1 down.
Another one of those games where Parker gets his second AB really early.
Yeah. Checks on Cahoon. He does have a really good move.
Yeah, no, he is. He's been practicing it a lot, but it is a very good move.
It's kind of funny the difference in pickoff moves for righties and lefties. The fastest moves for righties typically are the best. It's like the slowest moves for lefties are typically the best.
Yeah, you kind of look at Cam Harvey. He kind of just like, yeah, it's a very slow lefty move over the first. And, I mean, you know, I know Allman has a really good move for us where it's like he's just, you know, as soon like it's on you quick over there's a base runner.
1-2 pitch. Oh, man, fastball looked like it caught a lot of the plate there.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch. I think, you know, it was a little bit of a tunneling right there. I think that might have got the umpire a little bit.
It didn't help that Smith set up outside. Count 2-2 to Cosby. Fouls it off.
Believe it or not, Parker's going to have a tough AB.
Surprise, surprise, right?
Especially after that last pitch. I mean, I know that high fastball kind of brushes you off, even if you're one of the best of them, and he really just stayed on that off-speed pitch low outside.
Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cahoon at first. Harris, the breaking ball. This one's sent to left field. It drops in front of the left fielder out there in Chapowski, and they'll go bag to bag here with 1 down.
Another great AB from Parker. I mean, I know he got hit on the first pitch, so I guess you can't really say that's a great AB, but, you know, find a way to get on base twice already.
He's pretty good at doing that.
I guess when your on base percentage is over 500, I guess it shows every now and then.
Yeah, really. So Devin Ogg at the plate, looking for a little bit of redemption here in the bottom of the second. 2 runners on, 1 down. Backdoor breaking ball catches the plate for strike 1.
Definitely looks like he's found that pitch this inning. And we're kind of talking about how he couldn't throw it for a strike or anything. Just last, like, you know, good pitches, but, you know, out of the zone. I think it's a 4th or 5th one he spotted up.
It does really make a difference when you can spot up a breaking ball. And that one misses inside, and I'm sure the Bryan bench has given Ogg a little bit of grief for not taking the hit by pitch there.
Yeah, the 55-foot changeup. You don't need ice for that.
That would have been nice. Would have loaded the bases up for Naparowski. Of course, Ogg may shut me up with 1 swing of the bat. Good pitch there from Harris. Misses Ogg's bat for strike number 2. Harris shaking off Smith behind the dish. Finally agrees to a pitch. A big 1-2 pitch here. And they're going to ring him up there on the inside corner. Tough luck there for Devin Ogg. I got to say, I think with Smith setting up outside and the ball finishing inside, it made it look a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, no, I think Smith kind of sold that one a little bit. Kind of did a good job of framing it.
So that'll bring up Naparowski with 2 runners on. And what typically plagues the Lions offense when they're not firing is leaving runners on base. And that's exactly what Harris and the Grizzlies would like to do in the bottom of the second here.
Yeah, I know it's easier said than done versus a quality pitcher like this, but man, would you love to see just even a little a seeing-eyed single backside right here, try to get Cade running.
Yeah, Cade will score with anything hit to the outfield. I'd bet pretty much anything on.
Big fan of pickoffs. I don't hate it either. I mean, especially, we've been here all the time, obviously, and Bryan's definitely aggressive on the base path and doing a really good job of controlling that right now.
Breaking ball outside corner. Called a ball.
Another really good job by Smith selling that pitch. It was probably a ball and a half off, but made it look close.
Yeah, he does a really good job receiving pitches back there from what I can tell. 1-1 pitch misses wide, so Naparowski in a hitter's count with 2 runners on. With 2 speedy guys, I'm surprised in that last at bat we didn't see maybe a double steal to try to get both of those guys in scoring position. Naparowski shoots this one into center field. Ponder out there and catches it for the 3rd out. So nothing to show, leaves 2 runners on. Score remains 3-2. Grizzlies leading. We'll be back. Back here for the top of the 3rd, Jacob Hamilton will be on the bump for the Lions. It's going to be 1-2-3 here for the Grizzlies of Gwinnett. They're leading 3-2 early on in this game. Hamilton with the old school wind-up glove over the head. Beautiful breaking pitch there, inside corner.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you on the record, he can probably bench more than you. Just any member of the audience. He Jim Rat.
Big old biceps. Strike two there, low and outside. Beautiful pitcher's pitch there. Hamilton ready to rock and roll here. No balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful pitch there. Just doesn't catch the bottom part of the zone, apparently. Moves the count to 1-2. That's what makes Hamilton so effective, is he just lives in that lower half of the zone. Beautiful changeup has Ponder swinging, and he misses there for strike 3.
Yeah, no, he's really been pitching that changeup lately. I mean, it is a gross pitch, and the way he lives low in the zone. I mean, he's not afraid to elevate a couple, just kind of keep you honest, but it definitely gives batters a hard time.
Hamilton, a man of few words, but many changeups.
Many changeups.
The 0-0 pitch from Hamilton. That catches the outside corner. He's rocking and rolling here against McGuire. Working with some pace. That's what I like to see up here.
Rob Manfred loves it.
0-1 pitch, swung on, and not even close there from McGuire. The 0-2 offering, swung on and missed. He's about a foot out in front of it for strike 3.
That changeup's looking good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Get a doctor for that changeup because it's so sick.
Apple a day.
2 quick outs. Rolling through the top of the order here. He'll face a dangerous A.J. Chipkowski. That one looked pretty good from here. Apparently it misses up. Got his 1-0. So if there's any time to be on the mound, it's right now. That wind blowing straight in from right field.
Yeah, I was about to say the wind's introducing itself back to us, and I hadn't missed it. I had not missed it, but hey.
2 balls, no strikes for Hamilton. And the breaking pitch misses behind Chipkowski.
Don't think that was a spot there.
Want to come back and get this guy. He's done so well, these first 2 hitters. There's a good step 1 as Chipkowski fouls it off.
Say our ticket booth's about to have to make a play.
The 3-1 pitch from Hamilton misses low and inside. So a 2-out walk to Chipkowski will put a runner on with Devin Warner at the plate.
I don't hate that pitch right there, but, kind of just get yourself in a bad spot when you go down 3-0. You kind of have to just absolutely challenge him. And, if anything's been proven in baseball, 2-out walks, 2-out hit by pitches, they seem to always come back to bite you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Those 2-out free passes, they've always come back and gotten me. Runner takes off. The swing by Warner. Chipkowski reaches second with a stolen bag pretty easily. Hamilton gathering the sign from Naparowski. Checking on Chipkowski out there at second. A 1 count against Warner, 2 down, runner on second. Grizzlies looking for an additional run. Beautiful change up there. Warner stood no chance.
He's going to have to mix up his looks. I mean, obviously, if you throw another change up here, you're fine. But, yeah, he got a pretty good jump on that one again there. He shut it down, but pretty aggressive secondary.
The 0-2 pitch, another changeup, strikes out Warner. So the 2-out walk to no harm keeps the score 3-2. We'll be back. We're back, and it'll be 4-5-6 Lofton, Cooper, Dryden for your Lions. Your score 3-2. Gwinnett on top.
If you're going to circle guy in our lineup, here's a guy to circle. Can't let him beat you.
Now he's already done his part in the first inning, gathering a 2-run bomb. He'll look for some more leading it off here in the bottom of the third. Ben Harris, the windup, misses inside to Lofton.
All right, you're 2-0 to him. What do you go to?
I think I go fastball inside. If I'm an opposing team, I just don't want to see Lofton extend his hands.
Oh, there you go.
Kind of like
Almost.
that, except it just caught the end of the bat. Shipkowski in on it, catches it for the first out. It's just when Lofton extends his hands across the plate, it's just that usually turns out bad for the pitcher. Worked out that time, though.
Yeah, it was a pretty good pitch. He really spotted up. You know, it's hard to pitch 2-0, but that's about as good of a 2-0 pitch you can get.
Tries for the backdoor breaker, misses wide.
Again, Harris just working back there. I mean, Smith's working back there today.
Yeah. Lofton just ran out of bat there. Just kind of nubbed it off the end. Oof. What a beautiful pitch there from Harris. That'll leave the count 1-1.
Got me swinging.
Harris throws it right down Main Street, and Cooper watches it go by.
Yeah, gonna want that one back.
The defense shifted here for Cooper. He sends this one into the afternoon sky. It's fairly deep right field. It's carrying, and it's caught at the warning track by Jonathan Ponder, the center fielder.
Yeah, Ponder was pretty nonchalant about that. I mean, it had me thinking it was going out for a second, kind of almost like a deke on me.
Looked like it just went off the handle a little bit there. We've seen. It seems like we've seen a lot of those from Bass this year. Just some that just
a little bit
yeah,
off. Yeah, no, I think that's been a pretty common theme. I mean, you can look at his batting average, and it's kind of probably sitting around 250 right now. After I guess it'd be about 255 maybe. After an out, and he got a single in that first AB. He wasn't looking.
Yeah, I don't
think he was looking.
They called for the check swing over there at first, but I don't know that he was paying attention. I think Coach Jordan Day was probably gnawing his ear off over there.
That's why we pay him.
The 2-0 pitch from Harris is swung on and hit to deep left field. Chipkowski's out there and catches it for the third out of the bottom of the third. So nothing to show for the Lions. The score remains 3-2. We'll be back. Ethan Walls on the bump for the lines now after an impressive inning there from Jacob Hamilton a couple half innings ago. He blows this one by Dingus.
Yeah, I know we mentioned it, but that changeup from Hamilton was looking really good today. He had 3 punch-outs. Did have that 1 walk, but just in pretty good control.
Yeah, 1 pitch swung on, fouled off. Ethan Walls is someone that's been a reliable factor in this pitching staff over the last couple falls. Last spring, because of some eligibility issues that were unforeseen, he didn't get to play. And this year he struggled a little bit this spring. Love to see him get going.
Yeah, he's got a lot of midweek action this year versus Cumberland. Gets a weak ground ball right there.
Dingus rolls this one over. And good play, 5-3. Lofton to Cooper for out number 1.
But yeah, I know he pitched, I think, both games we played against Cumberland University. Past that, I think I feel like every time we've had a midweek, he's been one of the guys.
Yeah, I think so. And I like that the coaching staff has not given up on him because he's a senior. He's a wise veteran on this team, and it's good to have guys like that in your back pocket throughout the year.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Beautiful breaking pitch there against Joe Quelch. The 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball catches the outside corner, strike 2.
Good job by Owen right there.
Dryden shaded a little bit over towards left field. Big gap out there in right center for Quelch. Outside fastball misses just a little bit too much.
Yeah, Dryden's out there playing warning track. Yeah, if a ball beats him, it's gone.
Yeah. Yep. The 1-2 pitch from Walls. Another fastball high and outside. I wouldn't hate if Walls set up the eyes here and kind of throw a low and inside changeup.
Yeah, no, he looked a little off balance on that fastball.
We go back to the breaking ball. So Quelch has worked his way back to a full count after starting the at-bat 0-2. Count all full. Walls rocks and fires and strikes him out.
It's a really good 3-2 pitch. As a batter, you feel like you earned that 3-2 count. You battle back, especially after getting down 0-2, and then you get a dang spotted up curveball.
Yeah.
That's a bad feeling.
I'll bring up Kyle Norton with 2 down.
I believe he hit the backside home run in his last
Yeah, he did. He hit that 2-run bomb to put the Grizzlies back up in the top of the second. No action since then offensively for either team. Walls misses the fastball up and out of the zone. And that pitch misses as well. Kyle Norton hitting .390 on the year. That's 32 hits and 82 at-bats. Just 2 home runs, 3 after that one earlier in the second inning. And this one sent out to left center field. It's back near the warning track, and Dryden catches it out there at the gravel for the 3rd out.
It's a great play by Dryden.
Absolutely. So some offensive fireworks early on in this game, and through the middle innings, nothing to show. The score remains 3-2. Stay tuned. Back here for the bottom of the fourth. Kiko Garcia going to get the Lions rolling here, hopefully, if you're a Lions fan. This one shot high into the afternoon sky to deep center field. Caught out there by Ponder for the first out.
I like that swing from Kiko, though. He's, kind of gotten, I don't want to say butt out kind of swinging, kind of just wrapping around a bunch of things. I really thought he put a good swing on that, just a little bit under it.
The 8-hole hitter Bradley Prince Jr. at the plate. Squares around but pulls back for strike number 1.
Got to feel like Brad's not actually bunting here.
The 0-1 pitch from Harris blows it by Prince. So he struggled a little bit there in that first inning, but it's been nothing but Harris since then.
Yeah, that's...
Blows it by Prince, and he's rolling now.
Yeah, that is a rough AB right there. You show that fake bunt and just being a downhill run after that.
Yeah.
And quickly down 0-2, and then, that was rough.
So Cade Cahoon at the plate for his second at-bat. 2 down, nobody on. This one is hit, but it's straight up in the air. McGuire camps out under it and catches it for out number 3. So after 4 complete innings, the score remains 3-2. Stay tuned for more baseball here in Dayton, Tennessee. We'll be back. Jacob Allman on the mound for the Lions. And we were just talking, JB, our pitching has done really well, just giving up 1 run on this game to the number 5th team, or the 5th ranked team in the country.
Yeah, especially since, we kind of mentioned the offensive explosion they had against Wesleyan, even though, again, it was a loss. I mean, you put up 14 runs in an outing, and the next thing you know, you're looking at 1 hit through 4 complete. That's a pretty good improvement right there from our pitching, at least. They haven't taken bad swings either. It's not – they're not really. The pitching staff's just looking really good all across the board.
Yeah.
Gwinnett's not taking bad swings. I mean, even that ball that kind of took Dryden to the warning track right there, that was a really great piece. But it was a really good job by the pitching staff.
I agree. This one's fouled off. The count even, 2-2. Caden Smith digs back in. 2-2 pitch. Grounded over there to Cahoon at short. Over to Cooper, and a beautiful pick over there at first for the first out.
Never doubted it. Ball kind of hopped up on Cade again right there. I think it kind of hurt the throw just a little bit, but great pick by Bass.
9-hole hitter Jesus Pacheco at the dish. I'm not seeing the last name Pacheco much. The only other Pacheco I know plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't think they're related.
No, probably not.
It's at least not the same guy. I sure hope. He's got to go to Disney or something.
Allman comes set. The 0-1 pitch to Pacheco misses outside. Defense playing straight up here. Pacheco squares around, shows bunt, but it pulls back. Watches the breaking ball miss wide. And that front door breaker catches the zone for strike 2. So the count's back to even, 2-2, 1 down. Allman comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Shot over to Lofton at third. He fires it across the diamond for out number 2.
Really off-speed heavy right now from Allman.
Yeah, kind of working a little bit backwards, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he is. I don't hate that from him either. I mean, obviously he's got that really good fastball. I mean, I'm telling you, you just get 2 pitches in the mix here with when you're touching the upper 8s, occasionally a low 9, it'll play.
Yep. Jonathan Ponder at the dish now. There's that breaking ball right down Main Street for strike 1. Thank you for tuning into this presentation of Bryan College Baseball. Grayson Whaley alongside John Broyles. It's been an interesting matchup so far. Gwinnett leading 3-2. Big swing there from Ponder. Doesn't connect, so that brings the count to no balls and a pair of strikes with a pair of outs as well. The 0-2 pitch. Beautiful breaking ball has him swinging and missing for strike 3. So keeps the score 3-2. We'll be back. We're back 1-2-3 for the Lions. Cosby, Ogg, Naparowski. Big swing there from Cosby. Let me just tell you, for those watching, Ben Harris has gotten in a groove 2 through 4, or the second through the 4th inning, working down to the 5th. Cosby has an answer for him, though. He shoots this one in the 6th hole into left field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, Harris's stuff is looking better as the game goes on, but Parker's just being Parker.
So that's the 5th hit for the Lions compared to Gwinnett's 1. Yet Gwinnett leading 3-2.
Walking in air, I guess that's what happens to you.
Yep. Harris will come set with a fairly speedy Cosby at first. Ogg shoots this one foul.
Whew.
And I believe it caught a.
No, it just missed the kid. But
just missed the kid. I thought it might have gotten someone on the bounce up there.
I might have did, but I was paying close attention to the kid on coming up the hill. Whew.
That was a dangerous one, too. That was coming in hot. This one's throws it wide as he tries to get Cosby at first. So that's all it'll take to put a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th for the Lions.
Ogg showed bunt too, so great bunt by Ogg there, not even have to put it in play.
Yeah, doesn't even have to sacrifice himself now.
That's great. I wouldn't be surprised to see him lay down one still here, but
yeah, those corners are coming in.
Yeah,
he's still throwing that hand up.
Oof.
He gets the bunt down.
Great
They're
play.
going to fire over to third to get Cosby at third.
It's a really good play. I think that's by Norton.
So a pretty good bunt, yeah, but a better play by Kyle Norton gets Cosby at third. He just showed it too early there.
Yeah, he really did. Norton came crashing in as soon as he showed anything, and I mean, again, just a really great play. Threw it on the money, and Parker really had no chance. You're going kind of on the contact right there, too.
So runner back at first, but one down. Naparowski at the dish. Inside corner fastball for strike 1. You know, it just takes the air out of the dugout of the Lions a little bit there. Had a runner in scoring position with no outs.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him try to do a push bunt if he's going to go right there. Just kind of drag
push
that
at the third baseman.
Yeah, you really got to drag that, or, the drag bunt, but it's more of a push bunt.
Yeah.
Getting that third baseman just away from it, really forcing the pitcher to make an athletic play to get an out.
Naparowski puts this one into right field. Quelch is back on it, drifting away from him, but he catches it for the second out.
Yeah, it's crazy how much one play like that just changes the entire complex of an inning right there. I mean, he throws that away. Parker's at second. You got 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And you're feeling great.
I know it. Bryson Lofton at the dish. He had an answer in the first with a 2-run bomb. Looking to come back with one here would be nice as well. Backdoor breaker shot down the left field line. It's drifting, and it'll be just foul.
Yeah, the two guys really giving Harris some fits is just Parker and Bobo. I mean, based off the stat line, you kind of get that at this point. But, I mean, even Bobo's last fly out, he just missed another backside hit. He's just, taking more good swings.
Harris comes set. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. And they're really just dominating that outer half against Lofton today. He made him pay earlier. Taking one backside.
Try to back him off the plate a little bit. Just get him, change the eye level, do something.
The 1-1 pitch. Ogg takes off. The throw to second is in time. They fire him out at second for the third out of the inning. So some threats there for the Grizzlies, but nothing to show for it for the Lions. They still trail 3-2. We'll be back. back. Bryce Engel on the mound as the Lions continue to staff it here. Again, the Lions pitching has done really well so far.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx it, but you really, I mean, across the board, Cam looked good. I know Everett ended up giving up that 2-run bomb, but even he looked good in the zone.
This one's hit softly down the left field line. It's fair. McGuire is heading to second. He'll glide in safely with a stand-up double to lead the inning off.
Pure piece of hitting right there.
I thought it might drift foul, but it just got down in a hurry.
Yeah, kind of just towed that line over there. Second hit of the game. Not McGuire, but like the Gwinnett in general.
We thought it was going to be a long offensive game here today. Of course, there's still some time for that. But through these middle innings, it's been nothing. So Gwinnett looking for some insurance runs here. Pitch from Engel. This is wide, and he has him stranded out there between second and third. And a beautiful throw from Naparowski to Cosby. Gets him at second.
That's just a beautiful play by Owen right there. I mean, you can't even fault the runner right there. I mean, he got a good read on a dirt ball, and then just Owen happened to make a great play and just make a perfect throw to second.
Good read, better play.
I don't think we practiced that either, the 50-foot bounce pass to throw him out at second.
1-0 pitch from Engel in there for strike one. The 1-1 pitch. Beautiful breaking pitch has him swinging and missing. Strike two. The 1-2 pitch on its way, misses low. Chipkowski would like to get things rolling here after that base running botch out there at second. He's going to stay alive. Count still 2-2.
I like challenge him with a fastball on that pitch too. Sets up pretty much anything for this pitch and 3-2 if we get there.
Breaking ball, and Chipkowski golfs it down, and it's just squeaks over the fence for a solo shot. That extends the lead for the Grizzlies 4-2. And that's a big one.
Yeah, no, that's a huge hit. I mean, not a bad pitch, a bit of a hanger, on 2-2. I don't want to claim a short porch or anything like that because we're playing the same field, but Bryan's one of the few parks that ball's probably gone. That just got over the fence.
I believe it's about 310 down the lines, and that one just probably by a couple feet got over the fence out there in left field.
Squared up, though. I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say that's
hit really hard.
Yeah, if that's not a home run, that's at least a double anywhere else.
Backdoor breaker misses. Count 1-1 to Devin Warner. Warner with 10 bombs on the season, facing the 1-1 count. That one catches the outside corner.
I believe we were talking earlier. He was the NAIA Player of the Week. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I've been told. There's a lot of dangerous hitters in this lineup. He just happens to be one of them sitting there in that cleanup position. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike three. Big strikeout there for Bryce Engel.
Really good changeup right there.
So that gives us 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Brett Dingus, the DH, will be at the plate now. The windup from Engel. Breaking ball, strike one.
Again, very off-speed heavy. Like him and Allman are kind of just living with that. I know he gave up the slider, a bomb off the slider, but lots of first pitch off-speed. And
another off-speed there. Strike two. Opens the front door. Brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Fastball just misses up.
What do you go with here?
I might try to extend the zone with a breaking ball here. They're
I
going
like
to dot
that.
the fastball outside corner for strike 3. And that'll put an end to the inning. 1 run scored in the solo shot. Score is now 4-2. Grizzlies leading. We're back after Ogg got caught stealing there in the bottom of the 5th. Lofton will get a new at-bat here.
I thought that one caught a little bit too much plate for a ball, but hey.
They go inside corner to Lofton. That's what I've been trying to advise them to do all day, just because they've been working that outside corner so much.
Someone come pay us.
The 1-1 pitch. This one's chopped in the 4-hole. And McGuire can't make a play out there, so Lofton stays hot and will reach the leadoff single to right field.
Man, he's only 2 for 3 today. That's really going to hurt the batting average. I really expect more out of him.
Bass Cooper at the dish. Looks like there's some work out there in the bullpen. Of course, Harris has been rolling here recently. Gave up that 2-run bomb to Lofton, a few hits there in the first inning. But after that, it's been, as I said before, it's been all Harris.
Yeah, he's really just controlled the game. We kind of mentioned that Bobo and Parker kind of the only guys that kind of put a chink in the armor. I mean, Bobo's now got 2 hits. I think Parker's also got 2 hits, and, we got 4 hits. So pretty easy math on that. But, I mean, overall, he's just really just controlled the zone.
0-1 pitch to Cooper, catches outside corner, says the umpire.
Bass does not agree.
It's kind of been there all day, though, so I'm not gonna complain too much.
Yeah, he's kind of giving a ball off to lefties. I mean, again, Smith's doing a really good job behind the plate of really just sticking that there too, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go further out with it. Yeah,
they do. They go up and out and miss. Count as a ball and 2 strikes. The infield in a pull shift here. Lofton on first. Breaking ball, back door. Looked pretty good from up here. Called a ball.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch right there, especially after that high outside fastball. That was set up very well.
Count square, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Harris. Fouled off from Cooper.
I really like the kind of crossfire delivery he kind of has. He starts pretty closed.
Yeah, he does.
I feel like that's got to be a pretty hard job on picking the ball up anytime early as a batter.
Yeah, he's kind of crunched down a little bit too. 2-2 pitch.
Oof.
Change up. Fools Cooper for strike 3.
And he lived with that changeup early. I think he struck Ogg out in the first inning on it, but he's kind of lived with that curveball slider, whatever mix that is, since then. But that was a dandy of a changeup right there.
Yeah, it's interesting how he kind of got away from it, and now he's bringing it back here in the later part. Makes for a tough day in the batter's box.
Oh,
Dryden puts a swing on one.
Oh.
And it lands right in front of us.
We were not getting dirty on that play. I'm sorry, guys. My surgeon specifically told me to stop diving, so I can't anymore.
So after an interesting foul ball for us, count is 0-1.
Oh, we're getting a chance. Oh, it's a car.
Here's another one straight over our heads into the parking lot. Dryden giving us some action up here, JB.
Hey, got to keep the blood flowing. Get the adrenaline pumping a little bit. Get some more fiery calls here in a minute, hopefully.
The 0-2 pitch outside corner froze Dryden, strike 3. And the Lions hitters have had nothing for Harris over the last few innings.
He's just when you get 0-2 on him, it's just like, he can just pick whatever he wants. I mean, that was a well spotted up fastball right there. I'd think Dryden was kind of looking in some kind of off speed pitch, just really just making it look easy.
Yeah. Oof. Fastball outside corner, strike 1 for Harris.
Yeah, he just doesn't shy away from him.
Geeko would like to tie this up with one swing of the bat here. Healthy hack just tips into the catcher's glove. No balls and a couple of strikes.
I feel like it's got to be off speed right here.
I would tend to agree with you there. Geeko going to call for time. Temperature dropping just a little bit here as the evening drops in Dayton. Breaking ball chopped. The third baseman makes a play on it and throws it over to first. 4 out number 3. Warner to Norton. Ends the inning. The score remains 4-2. Gwinnett leading. We'll be back. We're back. Tristan Allison on the mound for the Lions. Joe Quelch at the plate. It'll be 6, 7, 8. Quelch, Norton, Smith for the top of the 7th inning. JB, it looks like Tristan Allison might have gotten a little bit of a haircut over spring break.
I don't know if it's a haircut or if, ooh.
Lofton doesn't come up with it there. A scorching ground ball past him at third.
Yeah, I feel like you got to give him a hit on that one. I don't know if kind of olayed it. Oh, they called it an error.
They're going to give an error to Lofton over there.
It's a pitcher-friendly call right there.
I don't know if his hair's cut or in a bun or what, but it looks.
Yeah, no, it looks a little higher and tighter. Still a bit of a party in the back, but definitely a bit more tighter. I think the beard's trimmed a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he can play for the Yankees right now.
No.
But oh boy.
And it looked like Norton was going to square around, and Allison squared him up there with the fastball.
Some quick danger right there. And that's 3 pitches in. Already got runners on first and second for 8-9-1, I guess.
And now it's going to bring up the 8-hole hitter, Caden Smith. As JB mentioned, 2 runners on, no outs. So this has been a good of an opportunity as any for the visiting team, Gwinnett. Squares around, but Smith pulls back.
Yeah, I feel like you got to get a guy ready here. I mean, not saying Tristan can't get a ground ball, because with that kind of the arm movement he definitely has the ability to do that, but you got to get someone moving in the bullpen.
Squares around, hits it right back to Allison. It flips it over to
no,
Cooper, but
he's
it's going to be off the bag. So the bases are loaded, and a hit has not been recorded.
That's not good.
No.
Especially whenever, I know we got 9-hole up, but you start getting bases loaded with 1, 2, 3. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, especially if you're playing the number 5 team in the country.
Yeah, they're number 5 for a reason. It's easy to kind of take advantage of these free opportunities here.
Yeah, it looks like a pinch hitter in for Jesus Pacheco. It's number 34, Chase Evans. He's played in 5 games, has 5 at-bats, but he's 0 for 5 in all that.
Good time as any to get your first.
Yeah. No doubt, if you're a Gwinnett fan watching. Bases juiced, Gwinnett up 4-2. No outs here in the top of the 7th. The 0-1 pitch from Allison. This one's hit sharply down the right field line. It's up against the wall, fair. That'll score at least 2, and they're going to hold up that runner at third. So the 2 RBI double extends the lead 6-2 for the Grizzlies.
I mean, again, we kind of just said it, if you give these free runners on, you have number 5 team in the nation or whatever they may be this week after their last games, they're just going to take advantage of it. I mean, 3 errors on the board. I think we have about at least 2 hit batsmen, I think, with Hammy, and just a lot of opportunities, and we just kind of been able to avoid it for a while, but eventually just kind of rears its head.
Yeah, so 2 runners on, both of them in scoring position, and now the top of the lineup is back up.
I believe we have a new runner in for Evans at second now.
I didn't quite catch who that is out there, but they probably just re-entered Jesus Pacheco, if I had to guess.
I think you're right. I think it's number 8.
This one's hit sharply to Lofton. Beautiful play over there across the diamond for the first out.
Yeah, that's a great play by Bobo.
Looks like they're going to put the infield in here, JB.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like you have to. I mean, a bunt still wouldn't be crazy. I wouldn't be totally surprised. I mean, I feel like it's hard to take it out of your two-hole.
This one fouled off towards the coaching box over there. Yeah, that could be the case as well, and I think they just want to. They can't give up another run. You sometimes hear guys talk about being within the smash zone where you're a hit away still from tying up a game. We're just within that. A 6-2 ball game, a grand slam would tie it up. So you kind of want to stay within that if you can.
Oof.
This is going to be off of Allison's glove, right back to the pitcher. And just as I get the words out of my mouth, a 2 RBI single there for Braxton McGuire. Brings the lead to 6 now, 8-2 Grizzlies.
That's crazy how things kind of devolve in that. It's got one out and already got 4 runs on the board. It's a quick turnaround.
And it was a quick 4 runs, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean,
out of nowhere.
That's in 5 minutes probably. Still not out of danger too. 3-4.
Yeah, you're going to be facing Chipkowski as he sends this one deep to left field, and that puppy is out of here. A 2-run shot, and all of a sudden Gwinnett looks like the number 5 team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, that ball got out in a hurry. That was I don't think Dryden moved. I don't think Brad moved and left either.
So a 6th spot in the top of the 7th. And Coach Mack's going to go out there to the bump. And Allison's day is over before he can record an inning. Through a third of an inning, gives up 6. The score is 10-2. Gwinnett leading. We'll be back. So far, the Grizzlies of Gwinnett have scored 6 in the top of the 7th, but they're not done yet. Only 1 down as Trevor Ferguson enters the game.
Yeah, you'd love to flash back a half inning right now if you're the Lions.
Yeah, really.
You're feeling good. You got yourself in the game, and you're like, we've left a couple runners stranded, and kind of got Harris on the ropes, kind of coming out any time now, hopefully. But
well, I would imagine that he probably will come out after a 6th spot.
Yeah, that usually does it. There's really no need at that point. You can get, you know, let some guys eat up some innings. You know.
Yeah, certainly. Ferguson, the 1-1 count here. Good pitch there. Warner swings right over the top of it. The count is 1-2.
If you like off speed, you're in the right spot right now. Ferguson is known for it. I don't think we have to be worried about a scouting report either. I think he's a fifth-year senior now.
Oh, yeah, fifth-year senior. He probably throws, 15% fastballs?
Yeah, we usually joke down there. It's like, all right, what do you think he's going to here? And he's like, it's kind of a curveball count, so we'll go curveball.
Yeah,
3-0 curveball.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from it. Sometimes when I'm calling it up here, I'm like, does this fastball just look like a curveball because he just throws it so many times? That one's fouled off by Warner, stays alive. The count remains a ball and 2 strikes.
But yeah, make no mistake, his curveball is good. Like, he's got a good curveball, follows it up with a pretty good changeup. It's I think he's already featured a couple times here, and he definitely pitches backwards.
The 1-2 pitch, change up in the turf, evens the count up to Warner, 2-2. So if you're just now tuning in, Gwinnett leading 10-2, a 6-spot put up in the 7th inning. And before that, it was as tight of a game as you could get, JB.
Yeah, if you put the live stream down just a minute to cook yourself some dinner, you've missed a lot.
Yeah.
You've missed a lot. I mean, 2 hits through, I think that was through 6. 2 hits through 6, and a bit of an explosion this last inning.
This one Englished over there to Cahoon. Fires it to Cooper for the second out.
Yeah, those kind of corkscrew balls used to terrify me in the infield. You just never know what's going to happen.
Sometimes you'll see that happen, and the ball will have a big gash out of it. I'll never forget the Fall World Series a couple years ago, and I was in the home dugout right there, and Grant Lala did that. And I mean, it looked like he took a machete to the ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're an infielder or anything, don't ask for a new ball. Just give it back to your pitcher and just say, like, yeah, it looks great.
This one over there to right field, drifting. But so is Og as he catches it for the third out. So the Lions have some big shoes to fill here in the bottom of the 7th. They'll see if they can match it. We'll be back. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Lions. Bradley Prince, Jr., Kate Cahoon, Parker Cosby. After a 6th spot in the top of the inning, man, are they in need of a response. And Ben Harris is going to try to keep them from doing such a thing. I really thought, JB, that he'd be out of the game after they put up that 6th spot.
Yeah, I honestly think this might just be one of those, again, not to bring up the Wesleyan game. I'm sure, Gwinnett fans are kind of sick of hearing it, but 21 runs, that's got to tax your bullpen.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're kind of just like, hey, man, as long as you're good, you're going back out there. I mean, by goodness, he's earned – if he wants to get back out there, he's good for it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, his stuff has not looked – it has not dropped. It has not done anything. It's just stayed looking really good, really sharp the entire time.
Yeah, he's been on point all day long. I mean, a mistake pitch, I guess you could say, there to Bryson Lofton in the first inning. He gave up, I think it was, what, 4 hits in the first inning or 3 hits in the first inning?
It was something like that. His busiest inning was the first inning, and past that, I mean, you only again kind of just been Parker and Bobo getting a couple singles in,
Yeah.
and really just limiting everything. It's good spoil pitch by Brad right there. That was a really good pitch. Yeah, I mean, going into that last half inning, if you're the Lions, you're like, hey, we just got to get 3 outs and, find a way to get Harris out of the game. Like, I even kind of felt like he was kind of leaning out of the game. He's at 82 pitches now, and you're kind of like, well, they may want to try to find a way to sneak him back into the rotation this next weekend. But, I mean, now it's
2-2 fastball blows it by Bradley Prince Jr. round number 1. Yeah, about a quarter till 6. The game's moving along here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A 4 o'clock start time for this 9-inning contest. Cade Cahoon at the plate. About a 50-foot breaking ball there. A ball, no strikes. Harris with a wind up the pitch. It's going to plunk him. So he'll get to first the hit by pitch.
I think they should eject him after that. Just no need.
Looked intentional to me.
Yeah. Heavy sarcasm, and again, we're not serious. I promise.
Yeah, if you're a Gwinnett fan and you're tuning in, JB is riddled with sarcasm.
Yeah, and look, we want an excuse to get him out of the game right now.
Cosby at the dish. He's been one of 2 hitters that have given Harris any trouble today.
I mean, he's had good ABs. I mean, his last hit, he really kind of got. I think it might have been his first AB when he got a hit that he kind of just drew the count out a little bit too, and kind of saw all of his pitches.
A double play ball, 6-4-3. Double play ends the inning. So just like that, Gwinnett responds defensively through the hand of Ben Harris. They keep on rolling, up 10-2, going into the 8th. We'll be back. Six, seven, eight. Quelch, Norton, Smith. As if the Grizzlies really need any insurance runs after that big 7th inning. I'm sure they'll take them, though.
Yeah, I'm sure, hey, when your entire team's hitting 350 and above, might as well pad those stats a little bit. I will say Ferg's a hard guy to, kind of just square up again. Just living in the zone with the off speed. Just he kind of gets nickled and dime a lot.
Yeah. The 0-1 breaking ball misses low and outside. Yeah, he's one I really enjoy pitching. Of course, we've seen a lot of them over our time here at Bryan.
Yeah. He always finds a way,
He does.
You kind of know what you're going to get, which is, for college baseball, it's always nice to kind of go into the game. He's going to live with his stuff. Sometimes he's going to live with it. Sometimes he's going to die with it. But you know what he's going to go out there and give you.
Yeah, that is certainly the case. He's got a plus breaking ball, plus changeup. As a fastball sits right around 80, 81. Rolled over here from Quelch. Cahoon backhands it over to Cooper at first for out number 1.
There's one thing about Ferg. Cannot draft a team. Let me just tell you. Now that's been over with now, let me just tell you. The Fall World Series draft, Parker got the dub pretty quickly.
Yeah, they swept him, right? They
swept him in a pretty decisive series.
Yeah, I'm glad he performs better on the mound than he does as a team captain.
You don't want him as your general manager.
Swing and a miss here for Kyle Norton. He kind of started this offense early in this game with a 2-run bomb at the top of the second. And since that point, they've kept the lead the whole game.
Yeah, even his last AB, he flew out to deep left center to Dryden, I believe. He's had some pretty good swings today.
Yeah, he swings the bat well. He's hitting 390 on the year.
Why not? Yeah,
as I mentioned earlier.
They're just handing it out to people now, I guess.
He's got 33 hits on the season, and 12 of them are extra base hits. Pretty good percentage there.
Yeah, you look at him as your 7-hole too.
Yeah.
It's just relentless. It's one of those things like, we've kind of done the Johnny Holstaff today, but it doesn't really matter if you got an ace out there. It's just there's not a person out there right now where you can look at. Ooh, I thought that was a strike.
Yeah, I thought they were going to ring Norton up with a backdoor breaker.
But just kind of saying like their entire lineup's just relentless, top to bottom, where it's just there's no easy out. You kind of try to find that spot in the lineup you can kind of expose, and right now they're all locked in.
A good breaking ball in there on the knuckles of Norton. Norton does a good job fouling it off.
It does make the those. I think that's 4 zeros we were able to put up in a row. It really makes it look impressive, and we really had some good outings today from our Johnny Holstaff approach.
2-2 count here to Norton. Ferguson comes set. He tries to get the fastball by Norton, but he sends this one into deep left center field off the wall. That one has double written all over it. And Norton will glide in safely with a 1-out double. As this team rolling once again.
Just another great piece of hitting. He's kind of killed that volunteer Ritapest sign out there. He's kind of been living in that area the entire game.
So that'll put a runner in scoring position. Caden Smith at the dish. Perhaps the weak link in this lineup.
Yeah, kind of the only guy that hasn't joined the hit parade in the last couple innings. Sure, he'd love to change that approach, get back to the dugout feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
He's caught an awful good game behind the plate, too. I don't know.
He's done tremendous work defensively today. Backdoor breaker misses high.
This is the only kind of territory where Ferg kind of gets into trouble, where it's like if he starts, missing a little bit with that off-speed pitch, it gets hard for him to kind of, work off his fastball after that. He's really got to establish his own with the curveball to, really have any kind of chance.
Yeah, he does a much better job when he's working off of the curveball. Good pitch there. Kind of snuck one by him. Pitcher's count here, a ball and 2 strikes, 1 down. Ferguson would love to keep that runner stranded at second here in this inning. Ferguson comes set. Naparowski sets up And low and inside. Beautiful pitch there, runs away from Smith. He misses it for strike 3.
Again with that changeup, really looking good today. Especially lefties, has been looking really nice. I know he's kind of thrown it to righties a couple times and missed low, but lefties that changeup has been very competitive with.
Jesus Pacheco at the plate. He had a pinch hitter in Chase Evans, who had a 2 RBI double in that big 7th inning. He re-entered as the runner. He'll have a chance to join this hit party. Count is 0-1 against Pacheco. It's really interesting to me, JB, if you just look at that hit column, Gwinnett only out hitting us by 1. It's just the timely hitting.
Timely hitting, and then
not had.
Yeah, timely hitting, and you also look at that the 3 errors. I mean, I think every error we've had, they've ended up capitalizing on. Like that first inning, they end up getting the 1 run off Cade's throw over to first, and that last inning with Tristan, he had the 1 with Bobo at third, which I'll say was a little of a lenient call with the error. If I'm hitting, I want that to be a hit.
0-2 breaker, runner takes off, found off at the plate.
But yeah, no, it's if you just look at hits, like pretty competitive. But to Harris's credit, he has done a great job of limiting them from getting to second. I feel like every guy we've kind of had has been limited to first base, and I think they threw out Og earlier, trying to advance to second.
0-2 count here to Pacheco. Big lead over there at second. Breaking ball nub to Cooper. The bare hand play. Steps on the bag for the 3rd out. Keeps the score 10-2 heading into the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll be back. Stay tuned. We're back. Og watches the fastball go by.
Harris is still out there. Why not?
He's going to probably trying to shut him down. Og sends this one right back up the middle into center field for a leadoff single. Going to bring a pinch runner out there in Alex Rollins at first. Still hope alive, JB.
Hey, don't let him get hot. Yeah, no, that was a beautiful piece from Og, though. You gotta love to see that. I feel like that's the first time today that he's gotten. I think the first pitch was a fastball. I was kind of looking down at the game changer, but they've really worked him hard with change-ups and off speed, and he's kind of able to capitalize on back-to-back fastballs and just really didn't try to do too much with it.
Well, I will say I've seen the Lions on more than one occasion score 8 runs in an inning. So it's not out of question, but it may be difficult to do against Ben Harris.
Yeah, the outlook is not bright for the Mudville 9, but there's still a chance.
This one fouled off.
That's why you play the game.
How many pitches is Harris at?
He is at 90.
Okay, so 90 pitches in. I can't imagine that he'd stick around for too much over 100. Who knows though? They have movement out there in the bullpen, but they have seems like for 5 innings now.
Oh.
A double play ball, the 6-4-3, that equals 2. Man, there's nothing going for the Lions offensively.
I mean, yeah, it's just a really great play again or really great pitch by Harris. Again, just limiting barrels. As soon as the guy gets on first, I mean, I think that's the second straight double play we've had to end an inning, or not to end the inning, but we've had 2 straight in 2 innings.
And
And
virtually ends the inning, at least it seems like. This one's sent to fairly deep center field. Ponder under it and catches it for the 3rd out. So we're heading into the top of the 9th. Got to keep him at bay. 10-2 score. We'll be back.
God dang, he's going to throw a complete game.
Luke Townsend will look to come in here in the top of the 9th and keep things where they are at the least.
Got to face 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he'll have his challenge facing Ponder, McGuire, and Chepikowski. It's just kind of one of those games, JB. It's just you walk away feeling a little bit disappointed at what could have been. You're facing the number 5 team in the country. It's a 3-2 ball game for the longest time. They chip across another one. It's 4-2 going into the 7th, and then just an explosion in the 7th inning. Just seems to have put this game out of reach.
Yeah, I absolutely hate, you have those post-game talks and you have someone say, if we just take that 1 inning out, you definitely can't do that. But we're just 1 inning away from this being a really good game in the top of the 9th here. And, there are some positives to take away if you're Bryan. I know, hitting-wise, it's kind of hard to have a whole lot of positives just because, again, he's been in complete control the entire game. So
he really has.
But, there are bright spots to find where, a Jacob Hamilton, he came in and he did his job. I mean, he got 3 outs. He did give up the walk, but he had 3 punch-outs and just really had a clean inning. It's just – there are guys across the board where, Ethan Walls look really good, and that's a guy you need down the stretch. Yep. They did it against a really good team. It's just, it's going to be hard to find the positives on the other side of it, though, because, again, it's, complete control the entire time and hard to get a whole lot of momentum past that.
A leadoff single there for Ponder. Townsend checks on him over there at first. Brings up Braxton McGuire. McGuire's played a really good game defensively today. Runner takes off. Throw not in time.
Oof.
Good backup there from Cosby at second.
Yeah, no, he'd probably advance on that.
McGuire 358 on the year. Not a super dangerous hitter considering power. He's got 9 extra base hits, but only 1 home run. But he likes to shoot it in the gap.
I love, we kind of talked like last time I think versus Johnson. We the power hitters kind of become a bit more. Like Aaron Judge has been slotted into the 2-hole, starting going forward, and look like Matt Olson and other kind of guys looking in the 2-hole. I'd love having guys more like just really can just spray the ball across the field and just are really tough ABs, and you can count on them putting it in play like McGuire here. My traditionalist heart really kind of likes that, but.
1-2 count here against McGuire, battling up there at the box. Ponder at second. The sidearm pitch from Townsend is fouled off. Townsend likes to work with good pace up there. Gets the sign from Naparowski. Comes set. The pitch right back up the middle.
Good play.
What a play from Cahoon behind second base. Over to Cooper at first for the first out. I can tell you, Townsend almost made one of those spectacular MLB The Show plays where he fields it behind the back.
Yeah, where you throw your controller after Adam Wainwright makes a backhanded play, and you're like, he's 42. Yeah, no, I know. That was about impressive. But you want to see why Cade's a good shortstop. That is a great display. I know he's kind of had a couple trouble and made a couple of poor throws over to first, but that man can flash it at short.
Yeah, he really can. Townsend goes back to the sidearm throw. Misses inside. A.J. Chipkowski at the plate. Big swing. Comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 9th. Another sidearm throw. This one's fouled off into Naparowski. Going to give Nap a minute or two to catch a breath.
Tony, what? I like to think I'm a pretty good utility guy. I kind of played everywhere. Being 5'9", it's kind of hard to play at first base. I have never wanted to even be close to being a catcher. Oh.
You're like the Brock Holt of Bryan College.
Hey, I'll take that. Yeah, I just, man, catchers get abused back there.
No kidding. It takes a tough spirit to be behind that dish.
Yeah, it's
beautiful breaking ball there from Townsend. Fools Chipkowski, strike 3.
Yeah, great pitch right there from Luke.
I think this is going to be a pinch hitter. Hitting for Devin Warner. It's number 23, Drew Stubbs, hitting .273 on the year. He's only appeared in 10 games, only started 2. So he'll have a chance here in the top of the 9th. Watch a strike 1. Stubbs digs into the box. Townsend, the sidewinder. Misses wide with a slider, evens the count up at 1.
Don't know what the umpire was calling there. Did you see anything to call time?
I don't know if time was called. Apparently, because it's 1-1 still. Slider outside corner, strike 2.
Maybe a little bit generous.
Nobody's complaining from up here, at least.
Hey, no, I'm fine with it. I'm sure Stubbs is not as hot about it.
The 1-2 pitch, fastball outside corner. That looked pretty good from here.
Yeah, similar kind of spot, I thought. Bryan's AirPod maybe is dead.
I think his glove. I think something's wrong with his glove.
That's probably more important.
Yeah. If you're thinking AirPod, that's how they communicate signs. In this new age of baseball, you can do that. It's a one-way communication method, but it wasn't the AirPod that's messed up. It was the mitt there. So he brings out the backup mitt.
Yeah, I might have made a couple jokes if the AirPod was dead and they couldn't listen to on that. I can take the glove being broken, but
I think the AirPod might have been dead in the 7th inning, but look at that slider. Luke Townsend struts off the field, keeps the score 10-2. But Gwinnett only 3 outs away from taking this game here in Dayton. We'll be back for that. Stay tuned. Well, we're back. The Lions have 3 outs to work with. They're down 10-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Cooper, Dryden, Garcia standing in between Gwinnett and a victory here in Dayton.
see, this is where I'd love that rare 8-run home run. That'd be, I think you get one once a game, right?
I think so. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Just drop that card whenever you want it.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside corner. Looks really outside, but it's called a strike anyway, and Cooper is in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 fastball misses high and wide.
I'll tell you what, that sun went down. It's starting to get a little chilly out here. The computer's trying to tell me it's 58 degrees. I don't believe it.
I don't believe that for a second. 1-2 pitch, shot the other way. Cooper with the leadoff single. That's happened several times today, and it seems like a double play is always the next page of the book.
Yeah, I think this is where last inning I'm like, hey, don't let him get hot. Next pitch it was a double play, so I'll just keep my mouth shut and I'll just say we got to love the at-bats you've had from Dryden today. I know last AB he kind of got froze on an outside fastball, but had some hard contact today, just kind of unlucky on one of them.
Yeah, I'd like to see him have a hard hit in the gap somewhere and kind of try to get some momentum rolling into this weekend.
Yeah, I believe we have Gilbert running for Bass now too.
Yeah, appears to be the case.
The Alaskan native is finally wearing some long sleeves.
Oh my goodness!
I think it's to make us feel better.
Big swing from Dryden, shoots it straight up the elevator shaft, flirting with foul and fair territory. Good play over there by Devin Warner for out number 1. Brings up Kiko Garcia, 1 down. Harris and the Grizzlies a double play away from winning this road game here. Anytime you can beat a ranked opponent, it's always a good look on the resume.
Yeah, no, especially, again, we kind of talk about how this game kind of got out of hand with that 1 inning. You know, on paper, you look at the box score of it, or like if you just look at the end score of this, you're going to go, wow, they just dominated the game. And while part of that is true, again, Harris has just been absolutely dominant. But, you know, it's just it has been a lot closer than the end score will tell.
Runner at first, and Gilbert. He's in for Cooper. Garcia at the plate. Check on Gilbert again. And that was a close play over there at first.
You know, he might be pitching. He might be coming close to the 100 pitch mark, but he has not lost his love for pickoffs.
No. Harris picks it up, puts it down.
No.
A line drive to Warner at third, over to the first baseman for the double play. Warner to Norton, the 5-3 double play. Man, a fitting ending for this game, JB.
Yeah, no, it really was. I mean, Harris really just looked great all game. You know, the first thing I heard when I came down is like, yeah, Gwinnett's throwing their ace today, is what I heard. And, man, he proved he was ace material, regardless of, you know, I don't know much about who's their Friday night starter, but he looked every part of an ace today. He just kept us off balance the entire day.
Yeah, it really did. His ERA coming into today was 2.27, the 4-0 record, so he'll improve to 5-0 on the year, and that ERA will probably stay around the same as he gave up 2 earned today. But Gwinnett wins this one 10-2. Any final thoughts, JB?
I mean, there's some definite positives coming from Bryan. You know, you got to look again, kind of we mentioned, like Jacob Hamilton and some of the arms coming out just really, really look good. I mean, Cam Harvey came out and threw another good inning, which is great to see just because, you know, he's another guy we really need to get hot. And, you know, looking at this, you know, we're going to have to play them in a week or so. You know, there's not a, oh, my gosh, we can't beat this team. It's just a matter of performing. And I definitely think you got to look at it and go, you know what? We're a couple outs away from making this game a really competitive game.
Absolutely. The Lions will fall to 18-9 overall, and Gwinnett will improve to 26-3 on the season. Both of these teams have truly impressed throughout this season. But Gwinnett, they bounced back from that big loss to Wesleyan just a couple days ago, or I don't know when that was. I don't know if that was last week or what, but it was a big loss nonetheless, and they bounced back today by catching a 10-2 victory against a ranked opponent in the Bryan Lions. A good game for Gwinnett. They win this one 10-2. Thank you for tuning into this presentation of Bryan College Baseball. Gwinnett wins it 10-2. For Grayson Whaley, John Broyles, God bless. Good night.